Hi, and welcome to I Love Mondays. I'm Angela Ambrosia, and today we're looking at part 4 of Choose the Relationship. How do we actually choose the relationship when we're upset, when we're angry, when we're feeling less, when we're feeling like not wanting to be in the relationship because some part of ourselves is triggered and we start to blame the relationship for what we're feeling. So, a big area of ourselves or our lives where we get triggered is our body. Often, if we feel our body isn't allowed to be itself or to express itself or to be valued in a way in a relationship, we start to think that the relationship is the problem. So, a classic example of this is if your partner is maybe having an off day and you think that they're ignoring you, or you think they're not paying attention to you, or think they're not in love with you as much as they were once, or they don't have the same feelings for you. So that can happen very much at the beginning of courtship and relationships, but it can happen throughout the entire relationship. When you're bonded with someone and you have that closeness, there's this desire, expectation that they should give you that attention when you want it. And there's also fears that when they don't give you that attention, that there's somehow something that there's lacking in you. And the reason why we feel there's something lacking in us is that we have judgments about our bodies, about how we should be appreciated through our bodies. And also we may not see our partner giving what we want physically, or meeting our needs physically, or giving us the physical intimacy that we're looking for at the moment. So there's this crazy expectation in love relationships that somehow your partner should meet your needs in the moment when you think they should meet your needs. And I'm saying that that's not an outrageous feeling or desire. When you are bonded in a physical love relationship, there is a deep desire to be physically bonded and to be accepted completely who you are on the physical level. Now, the physical level doesn't just include the physical body, but it also includes your personality. So we've all got personality quirks and foibles, things that aren't great about ourselves, and we've got things that we want that other person to just love in spite of the things that aren't great about ourselves. We also might have insecurity about those things that aren't great about ourselves. So we would like our partner to support us and bolster us and pull us up if we're down about ourselves. But have you ever noticed that when someone pulls you up in a relationship when you're feeling down, that it doesn't really change the way you feel about your personality or your body? If you're lousy at doing something and your partner says, no, you're great, don't worry, you're fine, there's still that judgment or feeling inside that you're not fine, that somehow you're a mess up. There's something just permanently flawed about you. And those unconscious feelings, thoughts, beliefs eat away at the relationship, because no matter how much your partner may be supportive, the aspect of you that keeps on going over those old beliefs, thoughts, feelings that something's wrong with you, actually push the other person away. So this is an interesting thing to watch. In relationships, you'll find that you tend to push the other person away from your own judgments or fears about yourself. And then you'll find that you want that, you crave that intimacy again, you pull them back in. You somehow feel like they're not giving it to you. So the seesaw of emotions where you feel like you're not getting what you want is often triggered by this feeling that there's something wrong with you, your personality and your physical body. So we're going to do the energy transfer today to help you to chill out and relax when you start to think or feel that the other person is somehow rejecting you, not paying attention to you, or that they somehow are distant. it's very natural, especially in longer term relationships, that the partner will become distant. It's a part of the seesaw that when we're bonded and close, there's also separation, so we can become close again. It's like the ocean or lots of natural rhythms in the planet. What we don't understand in the human consciousness, when we have those natural rhythms in our emotion, that we can actually just sort of allow those moments to flow between the relationship. It's actually like becoming aware of that flow of energy between the two of you with your emotions. Most people know that women have cycles through the month, and a man who's with a woman long enough begins to feel those rhythms and actually prepare for them. Men also have a certain rhythm with what they do in their lives. So if they work, their work will actually begin to give them a certain rhythm where they prepare for work and where they chill out from work, and they need time to be down, to be soothed, or to just soothe themselves without you around or the partner around. And women actually begin to feel that once they're with someone long enough. So the trick is to also understand how that rhythm works with you in terms of bonding. And for some people, we think that for human relationships, that we have to talk about these things. Talking is not the only way to feel the rhythms. The most important rhythm to understand is yourself, because once you are not feeling so crabby or upset or bad about yourself, what happens is that naturally your partner starts to feel that you just need that quiet time and doesn't feel that you're judging or cranky or down about things. Because sometimes when you're down, they may start to feel their own insecurities. And then you start the cycle of fear of what's going on inside of yourself, not being enough, not being what the person wants. So the rhythm to really focus on today, which we're going to practice, is what happens when you feel that sense of the distance, and how to come back to a sense of expanding into just accepting what's going on for you, whether you're feeling like being quiet or whether you want to have a crazy wild party. So let's begin by just feeling into the breath. The breath is always your barometer of where your emotions are tingling or vibrating in the body. And as you breathe, just notice any areas in the body that need extra breath, that may be feeling a little bit like they're lacking that energy with the breath. And gently with the breath, begin to fill the body with the air. So bring awareness with the breath to the area around the heart and the collarbones. See with the breath if you can also bring that breath all the way up into the collarbones. And even the base of the neck. So use your imagination to play with the breath, to start expanding here. Slowing down the breath, but also playing with it to see how it can begin to relax you. You don't need to force. See how with slow breaths you can actually begin to relax all of the body. And by focusing the breath into different parts, you start to expand naturally. And visualize even the breath coming into the brain cavities. So you can imagine that you're pulling up and expanding the breath into the top parts of the body, even going beyond the cavity of the brain. And then as you exhale, just allowing that belly to soften. So the belly really begins to understand what it's like to just be. So now we're going to practice with the breath, really relaxing the bottom parts of the torso, the belly, the lower belly, even the pelvic floor. So with the breath, just experiment where you can take the breath, the inhale, And there's no need to hold the breath, but if you want to, you can. Explore what feels right for you right now. You may want to really inhale, fill up that lower belly, hold the breath. And when you're ready, releasing and fully relaxing the belly muscles so they begin to actually come into the body, but also feel gravity. Let the weight of gravity just pull down on the belly so you don't feel like you have to hold that belly up. And then with the breath and the imagination, even visualize breathing into your lower back or the back of the pelvis. So the pelvis is a beautiful basin, a skeletal basin. It's like a cup or a bowl or a container. And the back of the pelvis above your sitting bones is where a lot of nerve endings happen. The sacrum sits there. And there's a lot of energy that gets collected there from sitting down. So even just visualizing energy going there with the breath, you can start to expand and wake up that part of the body. And just energize that part of the body. It's a very simple way of coming to say hello to your body and giving life, energy, and love. Whenever you breathe and acknowledge different parts of the body, what happens is you're actually bringing a very loving quality to the body. And that's also the intent here and now, to really start feeling with the breath how you can gently just stir and wake up into your own body. Very often when we practice exercises in yoga or other techniques, the idea is about control. This is the opposite. It's really just about play, touch, experiencing the body. And if at any time you wish to bring the breath somewhere, you can bring touch. So it could be bringing it to the top part of the body or the belly or the lower pelvis. Explore how your hands can also enliven and make that connection with the body. And then just for a moment, explore filling up the belly and holding the breath to see how that feels, just to feel that full belly. And then completely empty out that air and just allow the belly to come into the backbone or the spine. And then allow relaxed breathing. And coming back to your relaxed breathing, really notice what it feels like to be relaxed. For some of you, you may feel that there's still tension there. So take some more time when you can to really begin to just allow a gentle breathing, like you would see a puppy breathing or a baby breathing, seeing that rise and fall in the belly. So you begin to really allow your breath and your body to just accept how it's breathing without having to change or force. In your natural breathing cycle, you have a very strong clue as to what the feeling state of the body is. So if your breathing is a little bit tense or rapid, there is that slight tense energy in the body, and there's nothing wrong with that. All you need to do is say, I'd like to change that. And you need to ask for that change from the heart. So if you'd like to change anything about the quality of your body right now, the rhythm, the feeling state of it, what would be the new feeling state? It could be something like joy, peace, anything love, happiness, and ask your higher self now to bring you that feeling state in your body now. And in the heart, whatever feeling state you desire, actually begin to ask and feel for that feeling state in the heart now. And breathe into the heart, feeling that energy. So now you've practiced some focused breathing, some relaxed breathing, some connected breathing and awareness with your body, and ask for the feeling state that you wish to be in. We're going to explore any times in your relationships where you may have felt that you weren't enough. You might have a memory that comes to you. You may have a feeling right now in your relationship that you're somehow lacking. So bring that feeling or memory to mind and ask your higher self now to come into the heart and really show you the feeling. Show you where in your body, your personality, your sense of how good you are at something, your abilities, where in your life do you feel that maybe you're not good enough or that somehow you're lacking? Ask your higher self to show you clearly the situation and the feeling that goes with it. Notice if there is a judgment about yourself, and notice if you've blamed your partner or somebody else for that lack inside of you. You can also ask your higher self to show you the root cause of this feeling. So the root cause of the feeling could be somewhere in your childhood, from some other relationship where you had a lot of negative feelings. Ask to show you the root cause of this feeling of lack. And then whatever you see there or feel in your body, just visualize now a golden light coming from above the crown into the heart and shining into your entire body, expanding from the heart, enveloping anything that you may feel, and allowing for that feeling to just be accepted for what you're experiencing. Knowing that it's okay, that you have these foibles or these feelings. And so coming back to your current relationship or people in your family or loved ones, notice if you feel a sense of distance with anyone that you care about and wish to become closer with. And when you feel that distance from them, where do you sense it in your body? So your body will show you if there's a sense of sadness anywhere or a sense of disconnection or separation. Where do you feel that? You may feel it in the lungs, the heart. You may feel it in the lower body, in the belly. You may even have anger. It doesn't matter. But when we're distant from people, what happens is all of our stuff gets triggered. And we start to blame instead of going inside. Or we defend ourselves, or we justify our anger and other feelings. So notice anywhere in your body that you feel that distance or other feelings towards the relationship. And then ask your higher self to show you clearly where may there be some part of yourself that feels rejected or less, that's creating or contributing to these feelings of distance. Where may there be this feeling of rejection or being less in you that's creating and contributing to this distance in the relationship? You may not get a specific answer. You may just notice a sense of loss or something in your body, just a sadness again or some energy. And just watch and nurture that energy with witnessing it rather than being fearful. Ask to be supported as you witness whatever's happening in your body. And whatever you find, once again ask your higher self to flood that part of yourself with that golden light. So see that golden light in the heart again, expanding and surrounding that part of yourself that you may feel is not enough, or that feels whatever you're feeling. Fill that part of yourself with the golden light. And bring the golden light into every part of your body, filling up your lower belly, even your mouth cavity, the base of the neck, your tongue. Allow the golden light to start to penetrate all aspects of your beautiful body. Just accepting there are parts of yourself that you don't like, that you do judge. And that's okay. The less that we actually make a problem of the things we don't like about ourselves, the faster they literally dissipate and go and leave the body. And the body begins to actually see, as you start to accept those things, that it's not a problem. So it doesn't get emotional or upset like it may have before. So how much of your body can you actually vibrate and feel that golden light? Can you sense it in the lower belly, even your belly button? Maybe even the area around your tailbone and the sitting bones. Sense how much detail now can feel up and feel your body with the golden light. So with the breath before, we were exploring. Now with that golden light, just visualize and sense how your fingertips, knuckles, bones, even eyeballs, eyebrows, crown, shoulder blades, elbows, your hips, your hip bones, that beautiful cavity that cradles all of your lower belly, that tail, all the legs, the joints of your legs. Asking for the golden light to fill every aspect with its beautiful golden light of acceptance and wisdom. And then with your breath, allowing the golden light to go to any parts of yourself, whether it be your feelings, your thoughts, your body, and just filling up that part of yourself. So the breath and the golden light now work together to fill any parts of yourself that need that extra love and attention and awareness. Asking that during your day and in your relationship, you can call on your higher self to bring you that acceptance. So you can start to just be in the relationship rather than react. Just be with all of your foibles, your insecurities, and just accept them. And with the golden light and the breath, express your gratitude for this beautiful body you have. Feel what a precious gift this body is that allows you to experience love, allows you to experience life, the world, and your relationships. And now, breathe into the top of the head and all the way down the body, through the spine and the legs to the ground, anchoring your energy. Coming back to the room. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, feeling that space of acceptance and love that you created for yourself. Thank you for joining I Love Mondays. You can contact me, Angela, at loveandrelationshipcoach.com for your free relationship miracle session where we look at developing more of that acceptance in the body, emotions, and the soul. Have a blessed week, and remember to choose the relationship even if you feel like you don't want to.